Hey, it's Matthew. In this video, we're going to go over the technologies of batteries that you will find in the starting, lighting, ignition category. Those being flooded, EFB, and AGM. So in a standard flooded battery, you have a lot of excess electrolyte floating around in the battery. Standard flooded is good for your traditional starting applications. I always like to say any vehicle, older than 2005, if somebody were coming to the shop, standard flooded battery is usually good enough for them. An EFB battery is still a flooded battery, but what it will have slightly thicker plates, the plate density. So the pasting that is used in the manufacturing process is designed to handle key off auxiliary loads. So that meaning it can handle kind of high amp draws in newer applications in start-stop vehicles. And then an AGM, again, the electrolyte suspension, the acid is absorbed into these fiberglass scrims. So there is no excess electrolyte floating around. We call these dry cell. So if you were to drop this battery on the ground, no fluid would flow out of it. AGMs are good in cyclical applications or microcycle applications, such as your start-stop vehicles, or any application that just requires a high amperage draw. Again, plate density, plate thickness is a key factor in these as well, just increasing reserve capacity. You might run into issues with the blocks, the AGM blocks actually drying from the inside out. And that's just all has to do with heat, and you won't have that issue with a flooded battery. When it comes to price point for these three types of batteries, the entry level will be the standard flooded starting lighting, and then you'll get into EFB, which will be twice as much, maybe slightly less than twice as much. And then the most expensive product is going to be the AGM, which can be up to 3 times as much as your standard flooded starting battery. Really what you need to be asking not only yourself, but whoever you're buying a battery from is this battery right for the application that I have? Again, if you have an older vehicle, 2005 or older, standard starting unit should work perfectly fine. But if you do have an application that is start-stop, please, you have to go with an EFB battery or an AGM battery. You're setting yourself up for failure, and you will be replacing the standard flooded unit far quicker than you would an EFB or AGM. So you're actually increasing the cost of ownership by doing that. If you have any questions relating to battery technologies, please feel free to reach out to any of our branch locations across Canada, any of our battery distributors globally, or to myself.